Hello, this is Sam. We just finished the Tiny Prison Challenge with James Reilly. He met his requirements and was released from the tiny prison. However, things are not the best for him. I will explain in a moment, but first, our trivia. Here's a question to ponder. What do the following comics, books, films, television shows, and video games have in common? The Day After Tomorrow, 2012, The Walking Dead, The Stand, I Am Legend, The War Game, Fallout, A Quiet Place, and Terminator. These are all media depictions of various after-apocalyptic events. Interestingly enough, all of these situations are caused by different events. The Day After Tomorrow was a movie depicting a world after catastrophic atmospheric and weather changes. 2012 is another movie, this one concerning destabilization of the Earth's crust, causing cataclysmic earthquakes and other geographical events. The Walking Dead was a comic book series converted into a television series concerning a zombie infection event. The Stand is a book which was turned into a television series about a global pandemic which quickly decimated the majority of people it touched. I Am Legend was a book turned into a movie concerning survival attempts after a vampiric infection swept the world. The War Game was a BBC television film banned by the BBC for 20 years. It depicted nuclear war in such a harsh and realistic style, it was felt no one could stomach the film. Fallout is a series of video games turned into a streaming series which concern nuclear apocalypse that also involve feral ghouls, feral humans, and other horrors that hunt the wastelands of the world. A Quiet Place shows a small family trying to survive while an unknown group decimates the world by hunting down anyone who makes noise. And Terminator is a series of films that shows attempts to prevent a destined machine takeover and AI-caused apocalypse. This list is so small compared to the vast amount of media dealing with this horrifying question. What would happen if the world ended? Well, James is about to find that out firsthand. When he walked out of the prison, James was met by a private courier who handed him a sealed envelope. He was told his early release depended on following the contents of the enclosed document, or he would be reevaluated and possibly reincarcerated. James opened the letter and read, Mr. James Reilly, greetings, citizen. No doubt you have heard of the devastation. Much of the media reports coming out of Strangerville have been whitewashed to gloss over what happened there. We know that approximately 5 minutes after halftime of the Super Bowl, an explosion at the Strangerville Research Science Labs occurred, devastating the entire region. The Army Corps of Engineers cites that a sudden drop in water pressure has been noted in conjunction with the loss of power and the debris and fallout from the explosion. The plant housed numerous classified experiments, and so allegedly extraordinary problems have arisen. We have very little details about what is actually occurring there. What we do know is that we need a leader, a hero, to willingly go in there, establish themselves in the region, and help restore the region back to normal. We have one other bit of declassified information. This explosion happened 20 years ago. We've lost contact with the region and with our informant. You, citizen, have been specifically selected based on your skills and determination to go into Strangerville, initiate contact with an informant, and proceed with the restoration project. Get in there and show us what you're made of. Strangerville is depending on you. Well, with no job, no home, no family, and a threat hanging over his head, James did what any sane individual would. He threw away the letter and disappeared from society completely. Just kidding. He took his cardboard box of belongings and headed out for Strangerville. Universal rules. No cheats, custom content, or mods that give you an unfair advantage over someone who didn't have them. The Move Objects cheat is allowed, but restricted by a career-specific restriction that must be lifted before you can use it. You may not age up Sims early. You may not adopt newborns, infants, toddlers, or children. Play on normal lifespan. You must follow all career-specific restrictions until Sim reaches the top of that career, at which point the actions and objects previously forbidden by the restriction are now allowed for all Sims in the household. You may only play your Apocalypse family in the neighborhood, and they may not move to new lots during the challenge. Simply Pinstar was the one who developed the game, and then the rules were updated by Poopsie. Okay, so the variation we're going to be doing is the two birds variation. So whichever branch you pick within a career lifts the restrictions for both tracks. For example, if I'm doing a culinary career, I can pick either mixologist or master chef. And when I finish that branch, both branches will open. So that is the variation we're doing that Poopsie has created. There is a rule that says you're not allowed to alter the terrain until a certain job is met. However, we need to be able to fish to eat. And Strangerville doesn't have fishing. So I've altered this rule so I can build an initial pond in a neighborhood that has no fishing. And then after that initial pond is built, no more terrain alteration until the restrictions lifted. That's the only rule I've changed. Okay, caste rules. Sims may not change clothing. If you grow up in the gnome suit, you die in the gnome suit. Sims may not wear makeup or accessories. Sims may not change their hair. When we start the build, which is what James is doing right now, all objects must be covered by 4 walls and a roof. Mailboxes, outdoor trash cans, and rocket ships are all exempt from the must be covered by 4 walls and a roof rule. Only the worst version of any item class may be purchased or used. That does not mean the cheapest, that means the worst stat-wise. For instance, if a bed gives you a 3 energy or 4 energy, you have to choose a 3 energy. You may not remove any items out of the family inventory regardless of size. You may not move or sell any objects that have a footprint larger than 1 by 1 once they are placed and build by mode is exited until certain career is met. Though you can build up or down, nothing may be placed outside the 8 by 8 area. Cannot use the terrain tool. Temperate worlds get a forever winter. Desert worlds get a forever summer. Must use the cheapest build mode materials, even if tech restrictions are unlocked. As you may have seen already, or you will see soon, we have used the cheapest walls, which is $1 a panel, and the cheapest flooring, which is $0 a block. So those are our cheap build materials. Must have 2 of the following challenges: Quake Zone, Volcanic Activity, Cursed, Grody, Gremlins, Filthy, Haunted, Creepy Crawlies, or Need TLC. Need TLC is an apartment challenge, and I would need a mod to put that on there. So I'm not using that. I'm using Quake Zone and Volcanic Activity. You must be off the grid. I'm also putting Simple Living. The reason I'm doing that for myself is so that my character is not tempted to try to grill food that does not exist. He has to have the food in hand, such as the fish, to be able to grill it. So that will just make it easier for me to keep up with it. The lot must be off the grid, so yes. Now for the start buy menu, what we can't do with the buy menu. Tents may not be used. Cannot use showers or bathtubs or any water using objects except a sink, and cannot buy or make medicine. May not purchase or use coffee or tea related items. May not purchase or use the lump of clay. Cannot purchase wall hangings, sculptures, or rugs from buy mode at a fair or from any other source. However, it does not say anything about making them. Sims may not purchase or use any kinds of radios or stereos. Cannot place cowplant, decorative plants, wedding arch, or wishing well. May only choose 1 toy for all toddlers and kids to share in your household. Choose well. May not place more than 2 items from each build mode category per day. Now, this was from the buy menu. This is not for the original build. This is for afterwards. May not place more than 2 items from each build mode category per day. May not build fountains. May not place fish tanks or bowls. You may not purchase, place, or use any refrigerator, stove, ovens, microwave ovens, or coolers. TVs and electronic notebooks may not be purchased or used either. No electronic devices, including lights, robots, electric guitars, etc., except the worst computer. As you notice, I did have a mod computer in there. It's the same. If I haven't shown it to you yet, he will eventually. It's the same as the block computer, the same stats. We have limited lifted restrictions. There are certain jobs you have to complete in order to be able to open other jobs or to have other jobs be able to stay open. Social media, style influencer, and entertainer all depend on the actor or actress either being alive or finishing their 10th level or their max level. The criminal, politics, and detective careers are dependent on the judge being alive or finishing the full max career of the judge. The botanist depends on the gardener floral designer. The engineering relies on the education professor. So we have to do certain jobs before we do other ones. Limited use objects. Gym equipment may not be used by anyone outside the athletic career track unless needed for that career. A sim cannot carry more than one stack of objects in personal inventory at a time. The computer may only be used for daily tasks required by a sim's job and nothing else. Sims may only practice on instruments and may not do any other interactions. Sims may only use mirrors to practice speech, so no calming themselves down or cheering themselves up, no research and debate, no acting, anything like that. And no changing the clothes. They can only do the practice speech, which is charisma. May only buy the worst computer, even if tech guru, startup, and scientists are unlocked. May not use or place microscope, chemical analyzer, or any other high-tech device unless needed for a daily task. May not order books from bookshelves or from online or the phone, and may not visit libraries. Now, occult items. May not use or place supernatural abilities or objects. May not move, sell, delete, or release to the underworld, urns, or graves. So basically, you don't start with an occult because you'll never be able to use their abilities. Traits. You must use the random trait generator to pick personality traits. Aspirations. You must follow the random generator result when choosing a childhood or adult aspiration. You may not choose it, you must random. You may not change a sim's aspiration even if they've completed it. Whims. You may not cancel whims. You do not have to do whims, but you may not cancel them. Actions. Sims may not sleep outdoors, may not stargaze or cloud watch or use the telescope to watch the sky. They must try for a baby when woohooing if the option is available. They cannot take a pregnancy test. May not cancel autonomous actions unless the action breaks the rule. This means that I can command a sim to do something and then stop them from doing what I've commanded them. But if they do something autonomously, I'm not allowed to cancel it unless it breaks the rule, or a different sim can tell them to cancel, but I can't cancel for them. It may not issue commands or cancel autonomous actions for elders unless they break a rule. So I'm not even allowed to command an elder. Sims may not use any object that raises a fun or social need that does not also have some practical use. Sims may not read books. Working and school. Elder Sims may not retire. If a sim voluntarily quits their job or switches to a new job, that sim may never retake their old job. Must choose either work normally or work hard as your sim's work mode and may not choose any other work mode unless they are the professional slacker. Then they are exempt from that rule. Or must not miss work or be late, and sims cannot play hooky. However, these restrictions do not apply to grade school or high school, only the after-school activities. And sims may not go to college even if the education restrictions are lifted, and sims may not go to college or get a degree unless a certain job is finished. Careers. Food critic. Sims may not start a business of any kind, including restaurants. Active careers may not be taken until a certain job is lifted. Sims may not accept job offers from other sims. They may not take odd jobs. Each career is assigned a number from 1 to 6. Each day, you may roll a die for each person, and you may pick your career from the choices associated with that number. Food and drink. Sims not in the botanist career cannot plant, grow, level up, graft, take samples of, or otherwise cultivate plants. They cannot order seeds. No purchasing pre-made food or selling crafted food. Sims may not bake, may not use birthday cakes, may not order pizza, may not use the quick meal option on a fridge or cooler, and may not order snacks from a bar. Non-fish items may not be cooked or grilled in the fire pits. Newborns and infants may not be bottle fed. Sims may not have drinks from a fridge or cooler and cannot brush their teeth at a sink. Sims may not drink any drinks made at a bar. Your sim may make drinks to practice, but you must throw them out. Traveling and visiting. Sims may not travel to or vacation in Granite Falls. Teens may not go to school. If Professor Track is unlocked, Sims may not live in the dorms or get a degree from home. They must live in off-campus housing. You may not go to festivals or travel to Dorado or Granite Falls. No traveling to lots with Sims that aren't in your household. No inviting Sims over unless in love or engaged. No traveling to community lots at all. Teens and elders may not leave the lot for any reason without a 10 fitness. Bills and upgrades. May not upgrade any object other than rockets. Every Sunday, reduce your household funds to $0. This can be done at midnight. You may not spend any money while you have outstanding bills or once the mail carrier appears on the lot until the bills are paid. You must remove any money bought in by a spouse moving in if they bring any with them. Only purchase, build new objects on Sundays before you reduce your family funds to $0, as long as your bills are paid. You may only replace broken objects on a Sunday, but you can repair them. There's a black market that we can attend to buy items. Phone. The cell phone may not be used to take or quit a job. Phone restrictions are lifted on Saturdays from 12 to 6. Create. You cannot sell build buy mode items or collected harvested items. You cannot publish books. This says you may self-publish, or songs, and you cannot write and sell jingles. However, there is another job that restricts the selling of self-published books. You may not sell any Sim-produced objects, and you may not build robots. Social. No Sim may help with homework or tutor another Sim in any way unless it's required by a career. Sims may not start or join clubs. Cannot do interactions with the Geo Council for found items. No participating in holidays. Do not perform any get-to-know socials on any candidates for marriage. The career, traits, and any other info must be a mystery. No divorce or breakups. You must marry the first Sim you are romantically involved with. Sims may not throw parties, go on dates, invite other Sims to their lot, and they may only invite one Sim per generation to join the household. Sims may not move out. Sims may not hire service Sims. You may not enable the mood auras of any objects. Your Sim may not paint mood aura paintings. Handy Sims may not create emotional aura items on the workbench. Authors may not write emotional books. You may not use music or fruit to influence the gender of an unborn baby. You may not purchase any reward traits for your Sims. You cannot place, sell, or use career reward objects. And Sims may not drink any lifetime happiness reward potions. Now, once certain jobs are unlocked, you may add a good lot trait. There are 3 times this can happen. And then when you've unlocked the education professor, you may place one focusing or inspiring mood object in the apocalypse spot. As you max out these careers, you will get the benefit that it is preventing. Now, remember, part of our duty here is to meet the informant, okay? We've got to hook up with the informant and see what we can find out. Let's see if we could figure out where the informant is. Well, I'm going to go to this lot because I know that's where I have the informant. So we're going to see if that's where they are right now. Visit. No, we're not taking any of our prison buddies with us. James is going to go around the corner, see if he can find the informant, and there she is. Okay, so he needs to meet her without finding out her traits and skills and all that. We're supposed to not ask all that. We're off to a great start. Yay! Well, I can enthuse about guitars and talk about dreams, discuss color theory, and, oh, I don't know, let's do a little flirting maybe. See how that works. Well, we did not ask that. We literally did not ask what her trait was. Did he just flunk in flirting? He did. He flunked flirting. Okay, well let's not worry about the flirting then. Let's just describe a new idea, rave about singers, discuss food. Or how about compliment house? Share photos. Yeah.
Melboy? Luna? Yamiza?
I shouldn't automatically do a flirt if it shows up in his list. That was an accident. That was not an accident, it was a mistake. I didn't. Yeah, okay, we're not really finding out much about her, but because we're not supposed to. I'm not deliberately asking her anything. She doesn't like the temperatures, apparently. It's pretty hot out. Reveal brilliant invention. Discuss neighborhood changes. Talk about cooking. Discuss best violinist. Share brilliant idea. Do chat about property values. So she knows cooking too. That wasn't. We're trying to be romantic with her, so this is the girl we're trying to actually, since she is our informant anyway, we're trying to get her to be our significant other. Here, compliment her non-existent house. Do an impression. Let's get some comedy in there. And a knock-knock joke. Discuss logic. Please. She's not doing this. What the heck, James? Can you turn around and talk to her? Why'd you turn your back, you goofball? Discuss games. Now she's uncomfortable. No, we're not allowed to get to know. So that's against the rules. Not allowed to cloud gaze. Compliment your art. Discuss fine cuisine. She's bored with me. Express admiration. Bright and day. Can I ask her to move in yet? Ask her to join a household. She is the one I'm romancing, so. Yes, thank you. We take her, but we're not going to keep her money. We had 307 when we started, so that's how much we'll go back down to. Okay, so we're gonna go money 307. Okay, so let's go home. Come on, Annika. Go home with Annika. And nobody said I had to marry her. We do want to have children together, and I've got to plan the children very carefully. Let's bring up a calendar here. For instance, let's say she is working Monday to Friday, which means she has Saturday and Sundays off. If I plan it just right, since we can't have a pregnancy test, the pregnancy will be woohoo day and 3 more. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we woohooed here, we'd have the baby Wednesday. So we'd have to woohoo Tuesday to have the baby on Friday after working hours for her to make sure it's after working hours on Friday. Then Saturday, the baby would age up, and then we've got until Monday morning to get that baby on sitting up so that it can be fed in the high chair, you see? So she wouldn't be needed. But we also need to get jobs. So why don't we roll the 1d6? It's a 2. So let me pull up the jobs and see what's available under the 2s. We have tech guru, astronaut, secret agent, athlete, actor, gardener, style influencer, law, judge. Ooh, so she can become a judge because I want her to be a judge. So this next role is definitely James. and he got a 5. So let's see. So we're keeping the judge for her. So we're going to highlight this. And then number 5, we can have culinary chef. Yep, I'll take it. Chef is what I want for him. So he needs to learn mixology. He has the cooking and gourmet cooking. I just have to get them all the way up. Mixology is a 4. She needs R&D 10, logic 7, charisma 3. Well, here's hoping. Back to them. Okay, so let's see what she's got. And he has cooking 10. Yes. Gourmet cooking 8. We had gotten him no mixology. He needs mixology. Okay, and what does she have? Okay, she has research development 10, charisma 4. Okay, and logic 8. And what did she? Logic 7, charisma 3. Did I? No, I forgot to set his aspiration. I'm doing it now because I forgot to change it over. His aspiration is supposed to be the chef. I'd even said I was doing that. And what do we have for her aspiration? So why don't I do the nerd brain? Well, she already got the first part, isn't it nice? But repair, upgrade, create, or woodworking, and then logic 6. And then rocket ship or rocket science, we have 5 handiness. We've got to launch or upgrade a rocket ship and own a rocket ship. Until we can get the money, we won't have that yet, but we can do that. 10 logic, 5 upgrades. She'll just have to work on hopefully getting the money for a rocket ship before time is out for that. And we can put the rocket ship right here because that one is excluded from the outdoor rule. The other things that allowed outdoor is the mailbox and the outside garbage can. And let me get them their jobs. Oh, that's right. We're not allowed to do it through the phone unless it's a Saturday. So let us go like this. She needs to get a job, and he will need to get a job. You giving her a moment, let her get her job. Yeah, I know they don't sit on it quite as well as I'd like. Okay, this is her. So I would like the judge. So that's in the hall. Right there. Okay, starts Monday at 8. Now, what does she have to do first? File court documents. Let's let him get a job first. Let's go fishing to get some food in our house. Oh, gather water too. Go fishing. Okay, while he goes onto the computer. Okay, work assignment, file court. Yes. And then he goes to get a job. Find a job.
Slip home.
Okay, he is looking for the culinary. Yes, he needs to prepare food, mix drinks. Well, I'm going to have him go downstairs and mix drinks. He is going to make water, and I'm going to have him do that 5 times because this way he shouldn't drink it if he's got another one to make afterwards. Okay? Okay, go back in. She's mad at him for being cheerful. Okay, she's going to file the court documents. And then after she's done filing court documents, I want her to go back out here and go fishing. Because we do need fish for supper. Okay, there we are. And I'm going to throw these out. Okay, he's already finished his chore, and he has, where's his mixology? He has no mixology, even though he did the water. That's okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to have him practice mixing drinks. So he needs to get mixology. And skill building's a little slow, but hey, after her embarrassment goes away, we'll try some more for the relationship. Notice that the decor does not bother them at the moment. Oh, she likes having a new friend. That's good. This is down to the studs wall and the cement floor. The floor was $0 and the wall is $1 each panel. I had a different wall I wanted to use, but it was $3, so I wasn't allowed. He acquired mixology. That's good. All right. She's almost done being embarrassed. That's a good thing. Yay, embarrassment over. Yeah, sitting on the bar stool to work with the in this case, the parchment computer, or even the regular computer, they sink into the stool. It's just weird that they do, but I'm not going to worry too much about it because it's not a big deal. Okay, so she does work Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday from 8 to 5 in the afternoon. So we would want her to get pregnant about 6 in the afternoon. Let's see, Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday. So Tuesday at 6 p.m., we're going to try for a baby and see how that works. And that should not interfere with her career. Okay, she's done. Let's lock this computer. Why can't she collect water? Why can't you gather water? Come on. There, she can gather water. Now fish. How's your mixology? You're at a 2? Now, he's not allowed to sleep outside or in a tent, but he can sleep on the floor in his own house. So, I think I'll have him do that. Okay, what I need you to do, hon, is come up here and use the puppy. What's her natural living skill? Okay, 8, not bad, okay. Where'd you go? No, I told... Sleep on the floor. Your energy goes up quicker on the floor. You'll get a 3 energy going up because you have natural living 6. So, yeah, your energy goes up quick when you're on the floor. Okay, she has a fish. Okay, put that there. If she gets 3 fish, she can cook a meal for both of them. Oh, yeah, that's sorry. Let me empty his hand out. I'd forgotten he had stuff in his hand. He came in with a storage box. So let me, but it can go there. He's got this paper airplane. This actually has to be destroyed because otherwise they'll use it for fun. Let's put it there. Can I destroy it here? There. Destroy that. There. That way he doesn't have that because they're not allowed to play with that. Okay, she's got 2 fish for their lunch. He can get up and start helping her. Go here. And have you finish and practice your speech. Let him do some catching of the fish. Now gather water. And then go fishing. Oh God, did I lock the door? Dude. No welcome party. Oh gosh, James, there's not a second way in the house. You've got to slip through the zombies to get there. This is why I'd wanted a fence around the house. I don't know them. Yikes. Oh no, there he is. The mayor himself. Oh my. Oh my. Just ignore them, James. Continue fishing. Don't say a word. They may not see you. Avoid them. We need an emergency trapdoor to get into the house. Okay, good. That ended. A lot of fun having the local nutballs come over. Looks like the fish are not biting for James. Okay, I'm going to have you go back out and do some fishing. James, you're going to come back in here and you're going to clean yourself up a bit. Because we'd like to keep you clean. And gather water and go fishing. No, you're not napping in that bed. You can sleep on the floor, you silly man. Stay away from those beds. Okay. Well, we need another fish, please. Okay, there's your other fish. Real fried fish. All right, wake up. Meal. Discuss flavors. Discuss recipes. And then we're going to flirt. A compliment appearance first. Yeah, he's got the romance skill. Okay. And then enthuse about the meal she made. I'm allowed to use her too, so she can flirt with him. Compliment the house. And how about we do a
Fumu Benorf.
likes discussing interests? Yes. Okay. Discuss gourmet food.
Singula Yamishka. Shibes.
So.
Beftager Shoib.
Flirt.
Oh. Mwah.
So.
Yes.
Chue Bao. Tinoba Zawang. Goni. Mwah. Oh. Kirby.
First kiss.
Nara Thursday.
Good.
A moo.
Okay, babes. What times do you have to work in the morning? You have to work at 9 a.m. and she has to work at 8 a.m. When day flips. Mind you, this is a Sunday. And at the end of Sunday, they have to give all their money to the welfare, if you will. So we'll have to keep them down to 0. All right, and midnight. We're going to save that. And that is the end of day 1. And well, thank you for joining me for the start of the Apocalypse Challenge. We'll see how far we can get. I have plans to go the distance. And thank you. See you next time. Bye.